Hey guys, it's CC here. Just wanted to give you guys the usual PC market update that Walrus normally provides. As some of you may know, he's actually off getting married, so we're very excited for him and his intended. He's taking a well-earned break, so you might see me a few more times on the PC market update. So just a couple of things. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is just the amount of effort and energy that the guys over at Coast are putting in. I know that Ben and Stoic are doing a lot of work to try and make that happen again. I think they've hit a few roadblocks. They've also made the very tough decision to not proceed with a couple of other partners for reasons that I'm not fully aware, but I think there was some concern about the longevity of those partners. But I do know that they're working with a third partner now, and the hope is that once they've completed their due diligence, they'll be in a much better position. I think it's really important, the work that they're doing, just to enable and facilitate people coming directly into Pulse Chain. I think that's very important for the community. So hats off to Ben and Stoke for all the work they're doing, and we wish them all the very best. In terms of projects, I think Danny and the Piteas team are doing a fantastic job. Personally, I really like Piteas. I like the way it aggregates. It shows you the flow through. So if you're wanting to get a sense of how the orders are being executed, it's a fantastic tool for that reason. But I do know that they're coming out with something called Pday, which is a really interesting project in that it's going to provide for over-the-counter type transactions, but it'll do so in a way that is decentralized. And in addition to that, it will take advantage of AI. So their website's just phenomenal. So if you have a look at that, it'll pay you to have a look just to see how that's all going to pan out. But pretty exciting stuff. And whilst, historically OTC's always been fraught with concerns over the very centralized nature, I think the fact that they're using a decentralized model and also taking advantage of AI is just a very interesting position to be in. So really happy for those guys, and I'd urge you to take a look at that. Look, the other thing I wanted to point out is I had a really, really nice conversation with the founder of Pulse Wars. Now, if you're not familiar with Pulse Wars, it's effectively an NFT battle game. And the head guy there, Ali, got to speak to him during the week. And look, it's not often I can say this, but, Australian accents generally cop a fair bit of flack, just because of our twang. But try listening to an Irishman. Oh, my goodness. It's it's tough going. And usually what I like about the Irish is they're always full of expletives. And Ali has that in abundance, so very fun to chat with him, and I think he's doing his best to try and bring attention to the NFT game. So take a look at Pulse Wars; it's definitely worth looking at, and all the very best to Ali and the team. Look, the other thing that's come through, which we're sort of hoping that this can come through quickly, is I believe that the MEXC listing is coming through. The intent of that is that really fundamentally, whilst we're not big fans of centralized exchanges, it does help to facilitate new users into the blockchain. So from that point of view, having MEXC up and running, along with something like Coast, for example, will be a really good thing for Pulse Chain. But ultimately, would we ever recommend that you'd keep all your tokens on an exchange? Probably not. We would recommend that you use the exchange, but it does feel like at least we'll be able to have additional ways to onboard people through MEXC. There is something else that is coming up that we're really excited about, actually. It's we formed an alliance or a partnership with an influencer of note, and we're really excited that we'll have some content coming through very shortly. I think the upside of this individual is that they're well known to the community, but they're also well known to others outside the community. And the benefit of that is we always want to effectively have the message go out to people outside the community so that we can actually entice them with some of the offerings that we have on Pulse Chain. So the more that we can outreach to different communities and different groups, the better off we'll be in the long run. So we're really excited about what's coming. I won't say much more than that. I think Dave would kill me if I did. But fundamentally, that's happening and happening very shortly. So we're all very excited about that proposition, and we're hopeful that we can introduce more people to the community. And look, I just on that note, and just finally, I think we are stronger if we work together. So working with cross-project teams, working as a community, not fracturing within the community is probably the way to go. I think we are stronger if we do collaborate. And look, whilst there is healthy need for respectful conversations and banter around certain aspects of different projects, my only concern fundamentally is that we don't want to be seen as constantly bickering in amongst ourselves, because that doesn't serve us in terms of our own want to and desire to develop. But more importantly, we're wanting to see that others can look at us and say, hey, this is a really strong community, and they're very supportive of other teams, and it would entice more people to come in and build on Pulse Chain. So for all the people out there that are more prone to, I guess, complain and bicker, just do that in a respectful way. And I think if we do that, that will demonstrate the maturity of our community, and it would certainly help to entice people to come over. And again, hopefully I've done this justice. I know Walrus is doing a fantastic job for the team and for the community. His insights and intellect is just second to none, in my opinion. And I know Dave and the team, we're all very proud of him and really happy for him and his intended. So all the very best, Walrus. I hope it's gone well.